So when we're talking about homocysteine, um, it's it's a part of the methylation cycle. So here you can see homocysteine right here. It's kind of like an end product of the methylation cycle that then is pulled into the transsulfuration pathway. Um, and so in natural medicine, we really prefer to see the homocysteine 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. That signifies a low level of inflammation that is below the clinical range. They will accept a level much higher than that. And so just based on the literature, we really want to see the 7, 8, 9 range. So homocysteine levels are dependent on folate, B12, and B6. So here we have the folate pathway, here we have the B12 pathway, and then B6 is what pulls homocysteine down into the transsulfuration pathway. So homocysteine has several choices. It can be pulled down into that transsulfuration pathway with B6, or it can be pulled up and methylated through this BHMT pathway in the liver to become methionine, or it can be pulled over and combined with methyl B12 to then become methionine. And so if we get high homocysteine, what this means is either we have low B6, and so we're not pulling the homocysteine down into the transsulfuration pathway. We could have a genetic SNP of the CSE gene that would back up homocysteine. If we have a genetic SNP of the CBS gene here, that speeds up the pull down of homocysteine. And so we would imagine that probably the people with high homocysteine do not have a CBS SNP. The other thing that can cause high homocysteine is if this BHMT pathway is backed up, if there is a genetic SNP for the MTR cobalamin pathway, so that we're not getting methylation of the B12 to pull up homocysteine. And also the B12 pathway will not work well if we have an MTHFR 677 SNP of the folate pathway. And so we need to do workarounds for these pathways if they have SNPs, so that we can help the homocysteine methylate or else be pulled down into the transsulfuration pathway, because ultimately homocysteine is one of the building blocks for glutathione, which is the master antioxidant. And so we really need homocysteine to be moving through the pathways in the way that it's designed.